Hi, so I decided to do my presentation on the article called A Genetic Link to Leadership. Basically, what this article is saying is that there's a genome found in a certain type of person that qualifies them to have leadership. So, you don't actually have to have this genome, but when you do, you're more likely to have roles of leadership, such as high power positions, CEOs, doctors, basically any big role. I found this article to be pretty interesting. It ties together well with the book's idea, the sixth theme of what we were reading. And in that theme, it says that the environment and heredity of a person determine their behavior. And this was kind of saying that too. So, this study, they found 4,000 individuals to do a sample, and it was a pretty clear way of testing. So, I found it to be an empirical psychology. They did do 4,000 subjects, and again, they could probably produce the similar results. I found the journal to be credible, especially because it has scholarly credibility. The research was done by Dr. Deneve, if that's his name, and he published his findings along with other various researchers from London, Harvard, NYU, and the University of California. So I feel like since he is a college professor, it's pretty reliable. Anyway, Dr. Neve says that the conventional wisdom that leadership is a skill remains largely true, but we showed is also in part a genetic trait. So, if anything, it's proof of the book's sixth theme of psychology. So, it shows that both nature and nurture play a part in behavior. I found the independent variable of the study to be the genetic samples of the 4,000 individuals. They did a twin test since they do have 100% of their genes related to one another. And dependent was the possession of the gene RS4950, the leadership gene. And you either have it or you don't. So there couldn't be really any bias in the article because there couldn't be any way to change the results. You either have it or you don't. And what they found is that 25% go in accordance that if you have the gene, you're going to be a leader. There are other outside factors. That's why nurture is a big part, because you could have this gene but not live up to your full potential or have any other factors contributing, making it so that you couldn't be in that leadership role that you were born to be in. Now, I found that the testing for this was very clear. The only thing I could find wrong is that there could be an ethical consideration for testing the gene. Because early in life, if you were to test a gene, you might not be sure if your child has it. And if your child does, great, they can go on to do great things. But if they don't, it's kind of like knowing that they couldn't be too much of a leader. And we don't want to slight children that don't have this gene, and we don't want to encourage children that have this gene too much to do such great things, because that just wouldn't be fair to the rest of us. This article is really interesting. I would love to know if I have it, and a lot of other people I know. You never know. It'd be cool if we could go back to see if any major leaders in America have had the gene. So anyway, yeah, I found this article to be really interesting. I really hope it's true. I know they only did 4,000 subjects, so it would be really cool if they could do a lot more, and to see to test famous people, to test people who actually do have high power jobs, leaders of banks, things like that. So yeah, I did learn a lot from this article, and I think it was pretty cool.